Now we are discussing one of the most important content of HTML, that is HTML form. As you know, each and every application, each and every application contains some forms like sign up form, login form, contact us form. How can we do this? Yeah, I just want to display a video from YouTube. So we will, on that case, you will not use video take. When we will use video take, if we want to display a video from our system or our computer, then we will use video take. But if we want to display a video from a live URL, uh, it depends from video is displaying from any website like YouTube or your own website. If you want to show video, or if you want to apply YouTube video on your application, then you will use iframe tag. Then you will use iframe tag. See, here we are using C language, any video of C language, and I just want to print any video of C language. See, we have a URL of YouTube. The same video we just want to apply on our application. But how can we do this? So we will use a special tag iframe, or inside the iframe tag you will apply URL. But still it's not show your video. See, but still it's not show your video. See, here it is showing youtube.com refused to connect. Why? Because have a look of URL. See, here you are, see, watch slash v equals to. It is mainly used when we want to play a video on YouTube, but we are not, yeah, here we do not want to play our video on YouTube. We just want to play video at our application, yeah, on our application. So replace watch question mark v equals by EMBED, then slash. You have to do like this. Fine. So you will replace, see, it's a comment of HTML. If you want to comment out something inside the HTML, then you will use not dash dash and dash dash, then closing of tag. Inside this, you can put anything. So watch question mark v equals to, we will replace by embed. It is used for embedded. Fine. Now you will refresh your page, then see, you can use any video from any other URL like YouTube or anything else. Yes, guys. Now we are applying properties on text. So we will apply from starting. I just want to I just want to use background color of this page or this body. If you want to apply background color, then we will use bg color property of body tag. Inside the bg color you can use any color. I just giving red. See, so all the body of our page is now showing in pink color. Sir, I just want to display biggest heading in center. If you want to, if you want to print some heading or some content in center, then you will use a property, that is align property, and inside the align we will use for center. So h1 is take, align is property, and align property contains a value, that is center. When you will refresh, then see, it is showing you biggest heading. I just want to control direction and speed of this marquee tag. How can we do this? So inside the marquee tag, if you want to change the direction of marquee tag, then you will use direction attribute or direction property. Or in the direction you can pass either up or down. When you will pass up, and it is displaying in upside. Yeah, it is moving in the upside. If you want to pass down, then the direction of marquee is from up to down, or you can use left and right also. But sir, I just want to control speed of marquee. If you want to control speed of marquee, then you will use scroll amount property. You will use scroll amount property. So scroll amount, and when you will pass 20, then you can see it will scrolling so fast. And when you will pass 1, then its speed is very slow. So we will use two properties. First one is direction and second one is scroll amount with the, yeah, under the marquee tag. See, if you have any doubt in these two properties, then ask me.
Sir,
Hmm. Yes, sir.
sir, we could have used this alignment property in the table also.
Yes, you can use this.
Sir, sometimes I did use this center property, but it was not working.
Center property always working. If you will apply center tag, then it will always work for you. But in sometimes in some tags, align property will not work. So
Yeah,
center
sir, it
always
was
works.
aligned.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So sometime in some tags depends on your container. What is container? Like body is container, division is container. So some text doesn't contain align property, or some text in some situation align will not work for some text. So on that case you will use what? Center text. We have other option. So you can also apply alignment on alignment center on table tag. It will work now, but it depends on its container tag. Its container. Now we are using body as a container for what? Table tag. For some situation when you will use any other container and container contains some restrictions, or container contains some special CSS property, so on that case align property will not work. So then you will use center tag. Clear? Depends on container. We will use two types of container. First one is body. If you will apply table directly inside the body, then definitely align property will work. But if you are using some other container and that container contains some specific CSS code, and on that case it may be possible align property will not work. So on that case you will use center tag. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine guys, we have one more thing, paragraph. I just want to increase size of paragraph, color of paragraph. Fine. So if you want to use like size, color, and orientation, background color, when you want to use this type of property, then you will use one of the most important property of your HTML, that is style. It is also used to apply CSS on your web page. So in this case, we will use one more property, that is style. Or inside this style, you can styling your page, like you can define the color, background color, font size, font family. Fine. So I just want to increase font size of paragraph, and I just want to give it 20 pixels. See, it is your normal paragraph here. See, now I just want to increase the size of this paragraph. When you will refresh, see, now the paragraph size is 20 pixels. I just want to change color of this. So guys, if you want to apply more than one sub property of a style, it is called sub property. Fine. So style is main property and it's sub property of a style, or we can say that attribute of a style. Fine. So if we want to apply more than one attribute inside this style, then we will separate each and every attribute by a semicolon. So font size is 20 pixel here. Second one is I just want to use color. You can directly pass any name of color, like I just want to pass here blue, or either you can pass color name, or you will use a function that is called RGB, because we know each and every color is combination of red, green and blue. We will discuss it further, but here we just want to use paragraph text as blue. When you will refresh, see, we are applying here two property. First one is font size as a 20 pixel, and second one is its color. I just want to use blue color here. We have unordered list. In this unordered list, I just want to use a square box instead of bullets. How can we do this? So you can do this with the help of, again, same property, style, and one more attribute we have, list style type. So we will use list style type, or we will pass a square in list style type. Fine. Save. Then you will refresh your page. See, now Java, PHP, Python unordered list contains square boxes instead of bullets. Sir, I just want to use A, B, C instead of 1, 2, 3 in ordered list. Okay, you can do this. How can you do this? You will use style. You will use a style. Inside the style, again, you will pass list style type. Then you will pass alphabets. Lower or upper, it depends on you. I just want to use lower alphabets. Then when you will refresh, then it will show A, B, C in lower form. Fine. Next. Next, I just want to resize a image, and you know we can resize image with the help of two property, height or width. Height or width. So I just want to resize a image. If you want to resize a image, then you will use two properties. Either you will use height or width. So here we are using height property or width property. Or we can pass two types of value in both the properties, height and width. We can resize a image by pixels or by percentage. Fine. Next, anchor tag. Anchor tag is used to make a hyperlink, but the most important thing is each and every hyperlink. When you will hover about this hyperlink, then see, it is showing here left bottom corner. See, it will showing here hyper reference. When you will click on this link, then it will redirect to google.com. I just want to remove underline from go to Google. How can we do this? So again, you will use the style property inside anchor tag, and we have a attribute uh, we have a attribute text decoration. Text decoration, or inside the text decoration, if you do not want to use any text decoration, then you will put none here. Now see, we can easily remove underline from anchor tag. Fine. I just want to change color of this link also. We can do this with the help of color property, and we just want to use red color here. See, it is display a link in a red color, and and we can also remove underline from anchor tag. Okay, one of the most important tag is your division tag, div tag. One of the most important tag is your division tag or div tag. So I just want to I just want to pass height and width and background color for this division. If you want to apply any changes in division, then you will use the style property under division tag, and you can pass first of all height. Now here we will use both the types for, like, I just want to use here percentage and pixel both to give height and width of division. So height of our division we will pass in term of percentage, and width we will pass in term of pixels, or vice versa. So I'm just giving height of division like 200 pixels. Fine. And as you know, we can pass more than one property in a style, then we will separate by semicolon. Width, we will pass 100%. Background color, black, and text color for division is white. So here we are applying four properties. First one is height, second width, third background color, and fourth one is color. When you will save, then refresh, have a look. See, height 200 pixels. When you will refresh, its height of 200 pixels. It's contain 100% of width. Background color of division is black, and here text color of division is white. Fine. Next thing, I just want to design this table. Okay, how can you do this? Again, you will use the style tag. You can give background color for table. I just want to use red, and you can pass color for table content, or I just want to use white color as a table content. See, all the table content displaying in white color, and background color of table is red. So basically these all are the properties which we can apply in any tag. I just want to resize this video. Yes, you can do this with the help of what? Height and width property. So height of video, I just want to use 50%, not pixels, and width of video, I just want to use also as 50%. I just want to use this video as 50% of height and width. See, so this all are the properties which we will basically apply in tags, and this all are the commonly used tags which we will use to create our web page. Because if we want to construct a web application, what is web application? Web application that contains dynamic functionalities. Now what is dynamic functionalities? Is when you will mention HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in your resume, or any backend programming language like not PHP, you can add PHP also, Java also, and Python also. Then one of the most common question for your interview point of view is what is the basic difference between web page and web application? So now what is web page? Sorry, website and web application. So what is the difference between website and web application? What is website and what is web application? Do you have any idea about it? Come on. What is website and what is web application? Do you have any idea about it? Fine. Collection of static web pages is called website. So what is website? Collection of static web pages is known as website, and collection of dynamic web pages is called web application. Now you will say, sir, what is static web pages and what is dynamic web pages? Fine. See guys, we have a website or web application. I'm just opening my own application. Fine. So no, it's not like that. You can open any web application. You can open any web application, or when you will click on about us content. So most of the web application content same about us content. Most of the web application contains same about us content. See, have a look. We have a template. We have a template like this. So when you will click on about us, then for each and every user, this about us content will same. So basically it's a static content, or collection of static content is known as static web page. But When you will use Facebook or Gmail or any other web application, in this type of application, you will first register, then you will log in. When you will log in with your account, then you will get information related to you. But when I will log in with my account, then I'll get information related to me. So it display content according to user. So its content is dynamic content, or if a web page contain dynamic content, then we will call it dynamic web page. So collection of static web pages is called what? Websites, and collection of dynamic web pages is called web application. So with the help of PHP, which type of application we will create? Website or web application? By using PHP, is it possible to create website or web application, or both? Say yes or no. With the help of PHP, you can also create website, and with the help of PHP, you can also create web application. Fine, guys.